Hello everyone. Dr. Dlamini Zuma was invited on the Eyewitness podcast called Politicking with TD Madia. The Minister in the Presidency for Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities shared some of her views on PhalaPhala scandal and the lack of budget to adequately deal with the GBV scourge. She said, "I'm not serving him as in Cyril Ramaphosa. He has appointed me to serve the people. That is what I am doing." Dlamini Zuma also shared her thoughts on several issues, including her bid to become the country's first woman president, concerns about the state of municipalities, former President Jacob Zuma receiving a special remittance of sentence, and the ANC prospects ahead of the 2024 general elections. When asked about Ramaphosa's impeachment, she said that, "Why should I regret it? It was my decision, being one of the handful of ANC members of parliament, to stand in agreement with opposition, calling for the adoption of an independent report by a 3-member panel recommending that a case of impeachment could be made against Ramaphosa over his conduct in relation to a burglary of his PhalaPhala farm in Limpopo." The ANC had said it was taking action against Dlamini Zuma, but she remained firm in her decision. She said, "Well, if you take a decision and you believe that you are right and your conscience is clear, you will take whatever comes with it." She also rejected the notion that her appointment to department she's currently in charge of is a demotion. She said that, "I don't know what demotion is in government. When I get to a department, as long as it's not created for me, it means somebody must occupy it. It wasn't created for me. It's there. Somebody must do it. At this point in time, it's me." Maybe they say that because it has no budget. Her department is often accused of not being visible enough, only finding its way into public discourse around August, when South Africa celebrates the defiant spirit of the generation of 1956, when women took to the union buildings in protest against the apartheid government and its past laws. This, though, is a department that is responsible for vulnerable in South Africa. It must cater to youth currently languishing from unemployment, women who are under siege due to gender-based violence, and persons with disabilities, who to some degree are not being absorbed nearly fast enough into key positions across multiple spheres of the economy. In this regard, Dlamini Zuma is seemingly frustrated with not only being told hers is an advocacy department, but it also receives around 1 billion rand to do its work annually. Dlamini Zuma said, "We are a post office, take 700 plus to the NYDA, National Youth Development Agency, take 90 plus to Gender Commission, and remain with 200 to compensate employees, remaining with 76 million rands to do everything." Dlamini Zuma has taken a decision that despite budget constraints, there are some issues she can pursue, including changing current programs aimed at dealing with gender-based violence, femicide, and even the rape phenomenon that has seen high numbers of minors falling pregnant. Hers is a campaign rooted inwards, which will see different sectors, including politicians, business, traditional leaders, and young people all come together to create structures that promote zero tolerance towards gender-based violence. She said that this will give true meaning to the government fighting what's declared a second pandemic. The minister said that her idea is quite similar to how she approached the decision to tighten tobacco legislation during her stint as health minister. She said more preventative measures must be adopted as opposed to the current reactionary approach, and went on to say, "I'm not saying the campaign will decrease overnight, but it will make an impact over time. Just like we did with tobacco, the police were saying we can't have this law because police can't police it. We said no, the public will police it. We now want the public to prevent gender-based violence in their space where they live." What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.